All right, and welcome to the premiere, because I'd say rather than streaming this now, I've got some chores to do. So my hope is that I'll premiere it and I'll be able to join you in the chat and it'll all be exciting. So still got 10 or 15 jobs to do, and how long have I got to do all this stuff? And it's got to be done by when? It's got to be done by when? When has it got to be done by? When because so 17th of January, right? So got another 5 jobs to do. Let's get to it. No, I don't fancy going that far. Yeah, that's all right, but that's even closer. I just want to do little jobs, just little jobs. Let's just get her done. Really, let's get her done. Yep, get her done. Oh, okay, right. So why not find other cities to complete? So Vijekta is done, and is done. So I am gonna instead do a travel. So if I say, I know. Let's just start off back in St. Petersburg. No, this is not how to do it. The way to do it is to go, and Got to do all those noises. So, Leipzig is still small. So we should upgrade Leipzig to big. There, Leipzig is too big now. Look. There's a whole bunch of them which don't have anything in it. So, I'm going to pause this whilst I do some lorry buying. Alright, just going to unpause it briefly here so you can show. Look at this interior. I've chosen the Renault High T Sleeper. The T stands for testosterone. And we got ourselves amber interior orange lights. Oh look, I could put like a thing on the board so I could have loads of flags and things hanging. Because you would do that sort of stuff. Why not? It's just, I don't understand it, but people do that. But got this sort of interior here. We got these drawers. I don't know what the drawers do. We've got some buttons. We got a sat nav. Got an air freshener. Got petit beurre, water, and a milker. Because, you know, French like German chocolates. Backgammon board. And what we got? Oh, we can even put something on here. Look, so let's do it. I saw it somewhere here. Beers, no. Paper towels, no. Cleaning kit, magazines. There was an option for a sleeping bag. Oh, I could put a backpack there. There we go. And oh yeah, skull. That's a shit-looking pillow. ZZZ. Yes, I have my ZZZ. This is quite a nice lorry in terms of looks. And let's have a look at the exterior as well. So, see, I've shall I put anything on this ball bar? I mean, no, there's no options to put things on the. Is there? Plastic, grey. Fine. Okay, that's how you get it. So we'll have some horns. I suppose I could put a few lights on there as well. You know, a few extra lights. Don't hurt nobody. Except it will cause temporary blindness. So this is what it looks like. And it's got the Tour d'Eiffel. And you've got some wheels. And I think that looks very nice. So I'm going to go ahead and populate all the garages. Pause. Okay, now. So all the lorries have been purchased, or the drivers have been hired. Now it's just a case to look at the world map and let's zoom out. So I can't really see any on this world map like what places need delivering where. That's where you go to the job market. So I am just going to take a guess. I don't think there'll be many in Italy. So let's relocate to Palmelo. Travel. Yes. So off I go to Palmelo. Oh no, wasn't I going to go to St. Petersburg? I was going to go to St. Petersburg, that's right. Not to worry. I'll just get myself some... because it takes so much time to go from one place to the other. If I go, say, world map, and then just say, I want to be in St. Petersburg now. No, Russia. Maybe they'll update that eventually. No, it's not the world map I need. It is Garage Manager. And then you click on the one you want. So take me to that garage. Travel there. Ah yes, they all look like proud Russians. We was Russians. And shit. Right, so there we go. Now I'm in Russia. Job market. External contracts. Let's see, we got gifts to Helsinki. And how many is in Helsinki? Well, Helsinki's already fully done. St. Petersburg's already done. What about this place? Narva. Or Kunda. Well, Narva is closer than Kunda. So let's just go to Narva. Alright. And load up on some diesel. Ah, it is 13:59. Moscow Standard Kremlin time. I don't know what MSK stands for. Yeah, I'm in neutral, so it's just a case of extra steering and take that brake off and let's get some diesel. I'm alright for diesel actually, but it doesn't help to have some more. I think I bought some lorries for Russia and I explicitly went for the largest fuel tank capacity, which is a 4x2 configuration. So there's 4 wheels, 2 of them deliver power. So now, let's fill up on that. Look at that, 54 cents a litre. That's not bad, is it? Mind you, Russia doesn't use euros. They use, I think it's rubles. So, but mind you, all values are shown in... Oh, I need to get sleep as well. So let's go back into the garage and sleep. Now, it's not just any of these. It's that one. So despite all those bays being open, you can only go into certain ones. You can only go into this one. I don't know why that is. But anyway, here I am. So, windscreen wipers off, lights off, in neutral, park, engine off, sleep. There we go, get some sleep. It's now 11 o'clock, it's time to start work. And I will want some lights, so lights are on. And despite having slept for numerous hours, there's still raindrops on my windscreen, but never mind. Maybe that's something they can update in further games. Like, hey guys, it's great you got this raindrop simulation, but surely it should just be a case of if you've been in... Whoops, okay. Right, time to get a service then. That was annoying. Oh dear. And can I get there before... No, he's going for me. The Russian drivers are suicidal. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, and there's... Not going off to a good start, are we? Never mind. Oh, I didn't spot the fencing there. Yep, that is sure unfortunate. Oh, I'm sure we'll be laughing about it in the chat. Right, let's get on the road and ignore the sound of, because it doesn't like it when I block change up gears. One of these days, now there's two options. I could get a virtual reality headset and then everything will change, or I could get a webcam and do something called Tobii eye tracking, which would, I think out of the two of them, I'll probably get a virtual reality headset, so that when I move my head about, like you didn't see it there, but at the junction I was actually looking left and right, but of course that doesn't move my head in the game. So, yeah, don't know what to say about that. Except, I want to get out of this Russian town, find myself a service station, detach the trailer, service the vehicle, reattach the trailer, go to IKEA, and go to... I don't know how to read Cyrillic. I've tried, it's like, you got these, like, programs for kids, you know, like your ABCs, or in their case, the D, another D, this is also a D, and this is a D. and then, like, there are 6 different Ps. And they got... The thing is, maybe it's just that I'm too ingrained in the proper alphabet as opposed to the Cyrillic alphabet. But I'm looking at these letters, and like there's these letters which have got very subtle differences in pronunciation. And it's like, how the hell? Because obviously what you do is you see all the letters together and you go, okay, I reckon this word is pronounced this way based on what these letters are. I mean, this is the thing, right? I can't read Italian. I say I can't read Italian, but the thing with Italian is, get into the proper gear. Even if I can't read Italian, I can speak out the letters and I can read them, and even if I mispronounce it, I can still I can actually like write something down and say, you know, like the town name, or oh, I'm looking for this thing here, and then I write it down. I don't even know how I'm looking for. What would Latin be for looking? Vedi, vici, vici means I came, I saw, and conquer. So, vedi. I don't know. Vedi. I'm trying to think of something Italian. Vedi antipasti. I saw antipasti. And then, well, that's the problem, you see. I know what antipasti is because I've heard Italians pronounce it before, because I used to work with this guy from Italy. And I said, so what's Christmas like for you? You know, do you do roast birds or anything? They said, no. Usually it's just this cold buffet. You got your antipasti and artichokes and a salad sometimes, and plenty of limoncello. Or am I making that bit up? But you're saying primarily that they just like cold cuts of beef and pork, and I thought, yeah, that sounds pretty good. But I want something more substantial. I mean, I didn't get a bird for Christmas. I looked, but it was all sold out in various places, and I wasn't prepared to pay £70 for a goose. Yeah, let's put the cruise control back on. I was like, why is my speed decreasing? I like turkey. I think it's got, what is it? Choline? Yeah, it's got a protein in it called choline. I'm sure somebody in the chat says, oh yeah, the chemical you're looking for in turkey is called tryptophan, and tryptophan is one of those precursors for melatonin, and I think it is tryptophan actually. Yeah, so turkey's got lots of tryptophan in it, so when you eat it you feel sleepy, and you know that's absolutely ideal. You eat some turkey, you get absolutely stuffed with potatoes and other veg, and then what? And then something happens. Come on, what's the word I'm looking for here? You fall asleep to the Queen's speech or the James Bond film, whichever one comes. You know, depends on how much sherry you've been pumped with, but got some port now as well. So yeah, got port. It's very strange. Like for the longest time, I've been very ambivalent towards fortified wine, and now all of a sudden it's like, yeah, I do like sherry and port and all that stuff. So despite the damage to the vehicle, it seems to be running okay. I mean, if I go to the temperatures, I mean, oil temperature's 94 degrees, that's alright. $90, that is optimistic. I don't think you can do a corner at this speed in this vehicle at 90 kilometers an hour. What is 90 kilometers an hour? Well, 97 is 60 miles an hour. Oh, it's 56 miles an hour, of course. I know that because that's what the speed limit is. And now it says I should be doing 60, which I'm doing. So there's 62, there's down to 60. And I feel I can do that in 10th gear. Put the cretin brake on. You're going to wait for me because Russia, rightly so, doesn't have priority on the right. It has, you go into a junction, well, you wait for the other traffic to leave before you go. And these guys, you know what? It's fine. Oh, I just realised I've got my extra steering wheels on. Lift those up. I love that you can lift it up during transit. I'm sure there's probably some Alpha safety rule saying don't do that. But, yeah. And those flashing lights just mean go for it unless you see something. And now here's a roundabout with just 2 exits. So, can I do it? 60 kilometers an hour? Yes, but that probably was a bit too fast. Now, really, when you're in a town, you shouldn't be using cruise control. You should be actively regulating the speed with your accelerator pedal. And it would be nice in the future if Euro Truck Simulator, in addition to cruise control, had a speed limiter to say, like, hey, look, the speed limiters are superior to cruise control. Having used both of them in real life, I prefer speed limiter because say you're on the motorway or something and you come up to some traffic, or oh well, that's okay, I can accelerate past it, or I'm just going to let my foot off. But if you've got the speed limiter on, it means you're never going to go above whatever your speed limit is. But by pumping the pedal up and down, you can regulate your speed as and when the situation needs it. Plus, nearly every car I've been in, which has got this feature, if you put your foot right on the floor with the accelerator, you can go past the speed limit you've set. If you need an extra burst of speed for overtaking, for example. Oh, and the other thing as well, even when changing gear, the speed limiter doesn't turn off, unlike the one in this. Now, mind you, this game was a speeding offence. How ironic when we're talking about speed limits and all that, I get a speeding offence. This game came out in 2012, and I can see, like, the main thing is, like, well, we really want to focus on, like, the features and handling of the lorries and make that as authentic as possible. And we're revising all the roads in our game on a continual basis to make them more accurate. Recently, they've updated the port of Calais. It's no longer got the tent city in it, although in the previous games it didn't either. But I would like them to do some features like, oh yeah, oh, I was supposed to be in this one. Alright, there we go. I'm now in this one. So I would like to see them include features like your windscreen is streaked with rain, but you've been indoors for more than an hour while the raindrops have now disappeared. 40? Alright, okay, 40, let's do it. Let's not argue with it, let's just acquiesce to their unreasonable demands. And I imagine I haven't hit the border yet because Russia does do border controls. Oh, the cretin brake is engaging quite strong. So it's just 40 on the bridge. Okay. Let's just do this nice and loose. Oh, wheels did go on the ground a bit there, but that's okay. No harm done. And let's get up to speed. And let's have a look at my score. I imagine it's above 41 litres. 40.7, so that's okay. It was at 41 litres a while ago. Just weave my way in there. And it said 40. Oh. Lucky that copper didn't arrest me then. Ah, here's the border control. Right, this is 20. Let's go nice and slow. Let's not alarm the trigger-happy guards. Now, where do I go? To me, it looks like I could go in any of these, so I'm going to go on the rightmost one, or outermost. I was about to say leftmost, but I realise I'm driving on the right. just bring it up to there. Second gear, first gear, and stop in neutral, parking brake on, engine off. Oh. No. Let's actually inch forward. Right, that's it. So, handbrake on, engine off, border check. Hopefully they don't say anything about the damage to the vehicle. Driver Spencer T has leveled up. Oh yeah, I should do some driver management in a while. Look at their training strategies. So I might do that because just like Football Manager, I like Football Manager. It's like it's an Excel spreadsheet masquerading as a game. You can look at your drivers and see like who's profitable and who's not, and then from that base some training strategies for them. Like, I want you to focus on this area of driving. So I will do that. Not that I'm particularly worried about making a profit, because that's just that's what I want to say. It's a given, actually. Well, let's inch through this Narva town, and oh look, we're almost here. So here we are in beautiful Estonia, mounting a curb, which I'm told you're not supposed to do, but that's okay. I can go in here, and let's just slow it right on down. And inch forward. Right, now stop it there, engine off, border check. Oh, I love it when somebody's actually done a job and it's cost them more to do the job than if they just stayed at home. Oh, it's 20, okay. Nope. Let's not go from 3rd to 6. What are you doing? That's okay, I'll just get in behind you, and maybe that's not okay, but never mind. Believe it or not, but in real life I don't drive like this. I know I keep stressing that point, but I just like to make it clear and unambiguous. I'm not a risk to other road users and myself. Let us. Oh, we can do 50 kilometers an hour. That's almost 30. I think 30 is 48 actually. Anyway, let's get her into the DSV of Estonia. Whatever DSV stands for, I don't know. And then we'll do that. And all right. Am I actually in the place? Oh yeah, look, there's the place. So it's reverse gear number. I don't know why there's 2 reverse gears on it. Why would you have a second? I mean, I'm sure there's a reason for it, but reversing with a trailer is so bloody difficult. Why would you have more than 1 reverse gear? Right, so I've gone past it. So now, there it is. If I go in first gear, just inch it forward a little bit. All this time I've been talking about driving, I haven't actually been talking about anything. So I was going to be like, hey, you know, it's Christmas Eve as I do this, and I thought we could talk about our Lord and Saviour Jesus Christ, our Lord. That is a tricky one. Well, let's go for it anyway. After all, that's the point of this game. It's parking brakes on, so disengage the parking brake. Put the extra steering wheels on, and there'll be a big clunk as they come in contact with the ground. Yep, there it was. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get as close to those walls as possible without clipping them. And then I'm going to go forward and then reverse into it. because that's all I can do, right? So we just, right, start turning now. And can I go onto the grass for a bit of extra room? Let's find out. Yeah, I can do that. So do that I shall. Oh, engine malfunction. Well, you got me all the way here, so that's the important thing. So let's get it in. There we go. Just looking in my right mirror and bring it. That's it. Now straighten it out. Yeah. And I'm reminded at the moment, I think there was a program called Record Breakers with really annoying hyena laughing Chris Akabusi. But in one of them, there was, I'm not really sure how it was a record. It was just a case of, hello, I'm really accurate with a train. I'm really accurate at a crane operator, and to prove just how accurate I am, from a distance of 100 meters, I'm going to pick up a tea bag and dunk it into a mug with boiling water. And he did it. When this was with the crane. So anyway, we'll unload the cargo, and then we'll go to a service station. And how many... It didn't say how many litres it took. Oh yeah, 98 litres. Alright, continue. So now, if I go to the world map, and let's see, where's the nearest mechanic shop? Is there one in town? Yep, right over there. So there I'll go. It'll take me 2 minutes to drive 647 metres. Will it? Okay. I think I did quite well with that manoeuvre. I'm sure I'll say, well, you could have got... Oh, hang on, let's start in neutral. I'm glad that it's done well so far. So let's just get over there. Of course, some people could say... Wait a minute. Okay, let's get back to it. Bring it in. Oh, look at that. Just about limping into the service station. So, here we go. Go inch forward a little bit. Stop it there. And let's get serviced. Right, so now only another 4 jobs to do and Christmas is saved. Job Market. Let's see. That's a long one which I ain't gonna do. What else we got? That's even longer. Well, Lubin. Lubin's already done. Kaliningrad. How's Kaliningrad doing? Well, there's not many been delivered from, but all the ones been done to. There. Yep, that's one that's good. We got any ones that are closer? Doesn't look much. Mind you, in terms of actual driving distance, that is close, but that's already fully done. Uppsala. Or we could go to Nyeshin. Yeah. Let's go to Uppsala then. Uppsala. Something about that name just makes me grin. I don't know why. I really don't know why. But is that? Yes, my microphone's working. Oh, that would have been unusual. It's just like, welcome to an episode of Euro Truck Sim. No talking, pure driving ASMR. Anyway. So let's try and not damage the vehicle as I leave the junction, like happened last time. So, I mean, can I reach over and... have a look there. Yeah, that's alright. That's okay. I'm going this way, so we'll just have it centered. And down a bit so I can see the sat-nav. And it's saying give way. That's okay. Just weave in and out of the traffic, as one does in Estonia. And there's some presents, all wrapped up with nice little bows which don't flap in the wind. Incredible technology, though. And let's go forward a bit, like so. Stop it there, and reverse. Reverse in. Reverse in. Reverse in. And let's get that coupled to the trailer. A bit more on that side, yep. And that's going to be okay. There we go. I'm not using precision fifth wheel alignment because I was having trouble on the back in it. So maybe I should re-enable that. Because after all, it's not just a case of, well, you're within 5 foot of where the kingpin is, so yeah, the trailer will just magically, you know, oh, right. That was a close call. Yeah, all 40 tons of the trailer is just going to magically leap 5 feet towards where your fifth wheel is and lock. So yeah, I think we'll do that in the future. But for the moment, let's just not touch the curb. Well, okay, touch the curb again. Never mind. Wow. I'm not sure that's how a trailer like that would operate, but never mind. So let's get up to speed, and that's it. So go in 10th gear, and now 50 kilometers an hour. That's it. I have to make way for the coach. It does say stop. Right. So now if I look left, nothing coming. Look right, caravan, other stuff coming. Go in first gear. I'm just going to start inching forward now. They'll give way to me. Nothing on the left. Good to go, and that car can wait for me, or is he good? Just yeah, he's waiting for me. That's good. Right, so now everything's centered again. I remember before when I played this game, I just had a cheap little mouse, and I'd have it plugged into a USB hub so that the cable would reach. And I'd have it near the gearbox so that my left hand could reach for the little mouse, just so I could move around and look quickly. Which is a better situation what I'm to do now, which is take my hand off the steering wheel and then lean over quite a significant distance. And am I doing the right speed? I am. And I think 70 can be done in 11th gear. Well, it can be done in 12th gear, but as soon as there's any slight incline, you just lose speed and the engine is inefficient. So let's not do that. Right, so it says 30, but ain't gonna bother. And there we go. Wow, that is a massive speeding fine. Good thing it doesn't depend on me to make the profit anymore. Not with all those drivers I've hired. I think I've got near close to 200 of them working for me now. I mean, if I put this thing on here, you see, well look, 23 million. It was 16 million when I was Italy, and then I moved to the other one. And, oh yeah, I said I was going to do some championship manager style, what do you call it? Championship manager style thingy bob. That's it, Excel spreadsheets, but with the driver manager thing. My room's... I put kindling on top of my stove to dry it out even more, because in the past few days it's been particularly bloody damp, and even the kindling, it's not just that it's wet outside, the dampness gets inside the house, and then it just permeates everything, and it's not good for your health, is the damp. No, it's not. But at least where I live, I'm not likely to be flooded anytime soon, so that's a bonus. I went past a chap, and this village was flooded out, the bridge was flooded, and his house was flooded. So he and other villagers have been shooing people away from using the road. It was traversable, but every time a car or something went past, it would create waves which would send more water into his house. And the funny thing is I saw that, then I went into the town I wanted to go to do some shopping, and I couldn't get in because the roads which I come into, they had all been closed, as those roads had been flooded. And so I had to go back to the village, and I went again and I saw the fire engine there, and I sort of spoke to them that time, and he told me that stuff, and I said, yeah, I know, I was here half an hour ago. He says, well, I don't care that you're here half an hour ago, my house has been flooded, and that's my Christmas ruined. I was like, well, shit, it sucks for you, mate, you got my sympathy, but at the same time I did pray for the guy, because I thought, hey God, you know, I might be having a miserable Christmas, can't spend it with my family, but at least I've got a warm, dry house, so count your blessings whilst you got them. But a more callous arsehole part of me thinks, yeah, that's your choice, mate. You decided to move into a house built in a floodplain. I mean, what do you do in a case like that? I mean, you could go, well, flooding... Considering all the stuff with geoengineering these days, flooding is going to become more likely. And seeing as nobody's doing steps to mitigate flooding, like building hedgerows or planting trees, which will break up the soil and allow the soil to absorb more water. This is why we get flash floods, by the way, is because of the constant, because of inadvisable environmental policy set by the common agriculture policy and the common fishing policy by the EU, which we're still beholden to. And I think even once they say, oh yeah, we're fully left now, we won't be. But anyway, I can get up to 90 now. They kept flicking between 90 and 70, so I was like, I'm not going to accelerate. Because of those, flooding is going to be more likely, and with the weather warfare, doing cloud seeding so that nobody could see the Christmas star, which only comes once every 800 years, because they've been spraying the skies with various pollutants to cause the clouds to precipitate. For 70 on the dual carriageway, you're having a giraffe, mate. No, I'm not doing it. I've just gone up to speed, and you're telling me, no, I've got to go... No, mate, that's not happening. Anyway, I've got... that's my score at the moment, and that's my speed at the moment. So, if I was going to live in a place like that, I'd be like, right, is this cost effective, first of all? Say if like a house which is likely to be flooded, but it's half the price of other houses in the area. Well, then you could say that's cost effective. You just put down a terracotta or tiled floor, have some drainage holes. You know, consult a plumber and say, like, I want drainage for my ground floor, please. And you know, talk about like building some drainage channels and things like that. And then just make sure that you don't put. Okay, you're going to put some electrics in your house. Well, put your electrics higher up on the wall, so like 6 foot up, and then make sure that. Okay, you'll still have the earth, which will be going down into the earth, but make sure that all the electrics, like in the event of a flood, unless it gets up to 6 feet of water, you're still going to have functioning electricity. Don't have things like fridges and cookers, so basically just live on the first floor, and then treat the ground floor as like a garage or some, I don't know, like a barn or something, just like things which you don't mind losing to a flood, have it on the ground floor, or things which can survive a flood, like wooden furniture, or have your bathroom on the ground floor. Yeah, but you just sort of have to, you don't sort of get like. So what's my point about this? I had sympathy to the guy because it's at Christmas and, you know, it's a terrible time for you, and it's like, well, shit, mate, you have my sympathies. But at the same time, it's like, don't just live in a floodplain hoping that, you know, I won't be struck by it and it'll be fine. No, just go like, flooding's likely to happen. It'll happen more than once in my life. So what can I do to ensure that? Because yeah, okay, you can get home contents insurance, but it's a big hassle. I mean, there's people that live in places where the houses are on stilts because the flooding happens every year. So I'm not saying we build our houses like that, but I'm saying that things that could be done to modify existing houses. I mean, perhaps you could have a massive drainage ditch in your garden, you know, you build yourself a 6-foot channel which goes straight to the river. You could put trees in your house. Oh, but then I won't, you know, the trees will bring shade and it'll make it gloomy all year long. Yeah, but if you have trees, then the water, instead of going straight into your fucking house, will, you know, will go into the ground instead. It's just, you know, there's various things one can do to mitigate the effects of a flood. And if you're living in a place like that, perhaps you should you should just... So yeah, I mean, that's it. I did have sympathy for the guy. I really genuinely did. But at the same time, the other part of me is just thinking like, well, you chose to live here. No, did anybody force you to live in the house? Did anyone say like, look, this is your inheritance, you get this house, you can't sell it? I mean, if that happened to you, it's like, oh, okay, well, you had a shit situation. Not as bad as some people, but still pretty shit. But actually, I don't know. I mean, I did have a big rant about this because I was driving in the flood yesterday, and I was like, this flooding's artificial. This flooding is the consequence of them spraying the skies so that everywhere was foggy on the 21st, so you couldn't see the Christmas star. And I'm not saying that, oh, if you saw it, you'd gain magical special powers, or people would start believing in Father Christmas again, and then he'd be able to visit and spread Christmas cheer and, you know, keep the memory of Jesus' birth alive. I'm not saying that would have happened. I don't know what happened. I'm quite comfortable in saying I don't know what would happen. All I can say with any certainty is nobody was able to see it unless you're above the cloud layer, because it was all occluded from view, and that was done deliberately across the world. Now, if you say, there was mist in Western Europe, or, you know, bits of Russia, or Alaska traditionally gets like misty this time of year because warm ocean currents come up from the Pacific, then fair enough, it'd be like, oh, you know, a few isolated spots, but at least they're able to see it in Mexico or Spain, or they could see it in Germany or wherever. But no, the entire world at the same time has fog. That's artificial. That doesn't happen naturally. And nobody would talk about this. I mean, unless you're watching the Weather Channel, it's like, oh, there's a bit of fog in this area. But no one's going to make the connection on the telly saying, yeah, it's a bit unusual that there's fog everywhere. I wonder what... Well, never mind, moving on. That's not important. Fog, mist and clouds everywhere at the same time. But no, there's no grand conspiracies, and you're just an idiot if you talk about it. You're worthy of mocking and ridicule. Yeah, of course. So, you know, I'm just a David Icke tinfoil hat wearer, eh? I believe in shape-changing reptilians. I do. And ironically, I do. But I wouldn't call them shape-changing archontic reptilians. I would say they're demons. Alright, here we go to the ferry, which is not run by demons, it's run by human beings. Oh, demon's a very loaded Christian term. And, still correct. You get all these people arguing about semantics of the issue. It's just like, look, it's a non-human intelligence. It don't like us very much, and it seeks to fuck us. And there's plenty of historical accounts of, here's a non-human intelligence fucking with people. Oh, well, that's just myth. And? What does that mean? I believe that means that when that's... Well, I didn't see any train, and if it was really happening, the barriers would have come down, so that's fine. And the thing is, people say, oh, well, that's myth, you can't prove it. It's like, you've got eyes to see, and if you're not going to use them, then you choose to willfully be ignorant. And I could well understand people say, well, look, if I start believing in that stuff, I'll go mental. So I'm just going to accept the world is like it's believed on television. Why would they go to such an effort to lie to me so much? Why would they do that? It's like, you're kidding, right? Showbiz and everything on television, it's all about lies. It's literally, it's a business built on make-believe. And most people go, oh yeah, but you know, they're telling us a story and it's fun, and you know, it's good-natured japes, you know, there's nothing malicious to it. I'd say, alright, in the case of saying like Star Trek, it's mostly benign, but you're saying it's impossible. Well, no, they're not saying. This is the hypothetical person I'm arguing with here. They're not saying it's impossible that they'd use their make-believe fantasy world for malicious purposes, but they're saying, why would they do it? Because it doesn't make logical sense. And this is the bit where I argue. I said, what's logical about chaos and evil? There's nothing logical about chaos and evil. There really isn't. It's not orderly, it's just it seeks to destroy order. I mean, this is the other thing as well. I mean, there's people when you're saying like, why would they do that? Why would they ruin this franchise? It's costing them money. Well, why is pornography free? Well, why is it you can go on billions of websites? Is it billions or probably millions of websites? And you can get more pornography than you could consume in your life. You could have like an entire like wall of monitors, like in Back to the Future 2. That's it, where you got the young Marty McFly, and he's just like, oh yeah, put up this and this channel. So you could have that piped in 24 hours a day, all the time. There's more pornography created than you could ever consume, and it's all available for free. You don't have to pay for it, and yet people still do. I believe what people are paying for with the OnlyFans and stuff there is a simulacrum of a relationship. Like, you know, you pay money to some whore, and she says, oh, thank you so much for your donation. I've made a special show just for you, which she's also shared with 100 other people that paid that level of money. But why is the pornography free? I mean, it's not making them money, so why would they do it? And this is the thing, it's just like, has it ever occurred to you that maybe the sole motive for doing things in life isn't just accruing more wealth? Maybe there's like, they've already got enough wealth, so now they're using it. Who's they? The demons. Maybe they're using their wealth to do harm. So the wealth is a means to an end. It's not the be-all and end-all. It's just it's there so that they can do their nefarious agenda. So that's what I'm saying, that evil's not logical. It's just, it's a process, it's there. It will use systems to get its way. And this is, you know, it's almost like, oh, Hobbit, but, you know, it's Christmas Eve. Where's the Christmas cheer? Well, this is getting into it. I mean, you know, again, I'm telling with that story of the man whose house was flooded, and I don't have sympathy for him, but also at the same time, I'm sure he wouldn't have appreciated me saying like, hey look, it's only going to get worse, so you need to do some serious steps in mitigating future flooding, which will happen. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, and the periods between the when will get increasingly shorter. So, the point of the Christmas cheer is Jesus Christ, the Son of God, came to earth. He incarnated as a human being with flaws. I mean, they say he was without sin. I don't know. I'm going to have to reread the New Testament, which I haven't read in years. I'm still struggling with the Old Testament, actually. I'm finding it really hard, because it's like when my good friend Hemi and I do a show of 4TM words, and he's like, alright, today we're going to be doing a true crime episode, and I don't really say much in those episodes because I have a hard time with them. It's just like I'm there, I'm like accepting like this information is important, for the same reason I struggle with the Old Testament, because it's like, basically this is a true crime retelling of here's some evil criminals that did evil criminal things, who continuously ignored their God. So God incarnated as Jesus Christ, our Lord and Saviour. No one comes to the Father except through me, Jesus. And this year, my faith in Jesus Christ has been reaffirmed. So I'm grateful for that, despite how terrible things are. It's given me newfound faith, so that's good. I've been delighted to find out that some friends I've known for a long, long time are actually believers and Christian, and they were even telling me, one of my friends, she told me, it's like, I've just completed an Advent. I was like, but the Advent calendar lasts until Christmas Day. Just, no. Advent is when you do a period of prayer and Bible study for 14 days. And I didn't know this. It's like, well, I'm Catholic. And it just made me realise, like, so there's so little I actually know about the faith. I mean, I know enough. I know that Jesus Christ is important, and God decided that it was important enough to actually come down to earth and to experience that, not just through second-hand accounts of people coming to heaven. It's like, well, this is what it's like to be a human. It's like, well, I don't understand the concept of pain and suffering, even though I gave it to you. He actually decided, no, the best way to understand and sympathise with my creation is to be born as one of them and live amongst them, and even to die for their sins in excruciating pain, to understand the full spectrum of human feeling and existence and all that. So I think that was a grand gesture. I think that's why Jesus Christ is more important than all the Olympian gods, because, I mean, yeah, like Zeus had sex with a mortal and Hercules was born great, but Zeus never knew what it was like to be a human. And Dionysus was the party god, but Dionysus had a godlike constitution, could drink amounts of wine which would kill a man, and would never get cirrhosis of the liver or hangovers. So, it's just like, great, Dionysus is having a bacchanalia is a brilliant thing, but now and then, especially in your 20s. But it's I think there was some time in our collective past during the Bronze Age we evolved past the need of these petty gods, and that's where Jesus Christ came about. And I think Jesus Christ is a far more human God than any of these others that come before him, far more important one. And I find it interesting, sorry Brutus, but I'm using this as an example here, even in times of crisis, people who are committed pagans who tell me about the importance of the true Aryan faith, of Vedism, even in their times of crisis and emotion, they won't say, "Oh Ganesh, save me." They'll say, "Jesus Christ, she's." Yeah, that's what people do. They understand that it's powerful, even if they don't really respect it. The name Jesus Christ is powerful, and it's one of those things which I'm reluctant to say. And every time I do it, it's just like I'm hesitant to say it. But I've become less hesitant in saying Jesus Christ is my Lord and Saviour, because I genuinely believe that. I mean, I'm a sinner. I've done bad things. I've done things I regret, even. Sometimes the bad things and the things I regret are not mutually exclusive. There is an overlap. Anyway, where am I going? Now it's time to concentrate. But yes, it is Christmas Eve, and I think, the important thing really is to spend time with one's family. But as I can't do that this year, well, I can spend it with some of my family, but not all of my family. I want to take this time to think about Jesus and what he did for us, and understand that yes, it is an evil world. It is the world that belongs to the devil. But there is redemption at the end of it. And I even think like the evil is like some sort of train. Like, despite all the temptation and the evil in it, us men can rise above that. And I think that's good. It's like, even if you think, oh, I'm irredeemable, I've done this thing, no one will be able to forgive me. I even believe that murderers can be forgiven. I genuinely think that if you're there on the cross with Jesus, and Jesus is like, hey look, Jesus is like, no, I know what you've done, and I've forgiven you because I can see in your heart, and it's sincere repentance. So let's ask Jesus to guide my hand here as I go into the bay, just to the other side, reverse it in, and straighten out. Now what I want to do is look forward. It's time. Right, let's keep on reversing it. No, reversing's done. Just go forward a bit. Let's see if I can get this. Let's engage the extra steering wheels. No, way too fast. And there's the extra steering wheels. I've got this wrong. It's the problem with real life. No, that's all the way wrong. That's horrible, in fact. Let's go there and try it again. But also think about what we're doing. That's not going to work. Go forward. Reversing at a different time, not crash into that which was going right through the windshield. So windscreen. The windshield and windscreen used interchangeably. Have I done it too late? Oh, I must have precise parking lanes, but it's not precise parking. As well as new trailers. Alrighty then, let's go with attempt number 3. Let's get her in. So, in neutral, I want to be in reverse. Let's have a look at this. So, and it's not going to be enough. Still going to touch that trailer, so stop there. Better to not touch the trailer, as something they teach you in driving school, not to collide with other people's property or persons. So let's get her in. Oops, came up too quickly on the clutch there. I'm going to do this. So just straighten up. Brake on. Brake on. Yep. Trailer detach. And that's 2 jobs. Ah, I'm a master. Look at that. So now, let's have a look at... Do I want to do any more jobs? Uppsala to Cambridge. Well, Cambridge is all fully done. Felixstowe's got a lot of stuff to do. Prague. Prague is good. Is Berg. Oh yeah, that needs one. So to Denmark I go. But what about anything else? Kaliningrad. Well, plenty of deliveries gone to, not many from. So Kaliningrad's one. Deliveries too, that's already good. Sunovsky Bor. From 2, yep, Sunovsky Bor, that's good. And then that means I can get to go back and reload on cheap diesel. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that one then. Rightio. And oh, it's nice and warm in here. I've just had to go outdoors to drive family about, and it was cold all the time. Oh, my parking brake's engaged. That's done. Yeah, it was cold throughout the entire bloody journey, and I'm finally home and still got my jumper on, and I can just feel how hot it is. Oh, it's lovely. Actually, it's really nice. It says stop, but I'm just going to go for it. Yeah. Alright, that's a red light, so let's just obey that. Stop there. Brake on. And according to the thermometer, it's 27 degrees. I'm like, I'm in northern Sweden in the middle of winter. I doubt it's 27 degrees externally. Maybe that's something that I would... Like I said, I mentioned... Yeah, I saw it in GTA Vice City. There was a mod called Real Weather where it would upload from weather.com, I think, of all places. So it's in here. And... yeah, it's here. Rightio. And it would just update the weather, so whatever weather you experience outside, that would be the weather in game. I would love that for a mod for Euro Truck Simulator. It's like, oh, you're in this part of it, yeah, and it just updates. And I mean, they've got that feature for radio. So is this? No, I'm not getting that one. I'm picking up a Christmas trailer. Let's just. Ooh, that's close. Right, so let's have a look. There's my Christmas trailer. Yeah, I would love a weather mod which shows accurate up to the... doesn't have to be up to the minute, just up to the hour. Weather information, so whatever the weather conditions are in the real world, it's the same weather conditions... Oh, blimey. I actually jumped when I heard that peal of thunder. I said I was going to use precise trailer thing, but I like being lazy and not doing that. Right, brake on, headphones off, jumper off. Oh, I've got a good fire going. Very nice fire. I have a small little stove, so as much as I'd like to run it exclusively on logs, you need little bits of coal here and there to fill up the gaps, so that there's a nice bed of hot coals, and then you can stick a log on top of that and it burns quite nicely. So anyway, trailer's loaded. Can I escape that way? Yes, I can. Alright, let's go for it. And let's get some... Oh, I don't actually know where I'm going. So just lean over, touch the mouse. Try not to go off in 5th gear. Let's have a look. Can't see anything there. Can't see anything there. Alright, I'm free to go. He says as soon as he... and then just gets slammed by a lorry. Nothing coming that way. Nothing coming that way. Right. Proceed. Check. Yep, I'm not going to touch that curb. Come on. Change before I get to there, please. That's it. Road again. Stop it there. And I'll start in 1st gear, that's good. Taking my slippers off and all now. Take off the parking brake, foot off the clutch. Not touch the curb. Good, not touching curb. This is a tight one, said the bishop to the vicar. Ooh, missus. Right. And start turning now. Oh yeah, that's the one. I can take off the extra steering wheels. Reduce some of that rolling resistance. And let's get her up to speed. Struggling to get uphill. These Christmas trailers are heavy. You know what? I think after this I'm going to swap out for a Volvo Globetrotter with a 700 horsepower engine and see if that's any better. This one I think has got a 520 horsepower engine. It's turbocharged and it's got a nice engine tone to it, but there's no replacement for displacement, as I have heard it said. So now let's get cruise control, engage the cretin brake, and now let's have a look at our scores. So 41.2, yeah, okie dokie. My hope is that once the Christmas event's done, I can go back to delivering lighter loads and improve on that score. Oh no, why are you going into these corners so fast? You're making it difficult for yourself. And it says give way, but I'm just going to go for it. There. A tight corner, but no lamppost destroyed that time. Very nice. And it's 80 kilometers an hour here, so right. Get up to speed once I get past this hump. 80. let's have a look at cruise control. Do that again. 80. Brilliant. Now, high score. 242 litres left, which means I can do 600 kilometres. And my current rate of consumption, which is takes 60 litres to do 100 kilometres. Now, if I was doing an average of 40 litres per 100 kilometres, that means I could do 900 kilometres. So that estimate is based purely on the consumption at the time. So now, if I look here, well, it's still the best guess is I'm using 60 litres to 100 kilometres. So let's have a look at that average. Really burning through it to get up that hill. But then we get past the hill and we're cruising down speed, and then just no fuel used at all. Cretin brake engaging, so I don't speed. And then once again, going up a hill and using 60 litres. Hopefully I'll get to some flatter stretch of road sooner or later. We will see. We will see. Yes, sirree, we will see indeed. Now it's 70 here, so let's check the speedo, cruise control limiter, and I know I need to be in the 11th gear for this. Right, so this is a fairly flat road, and that's good. If I can keep to about 20 litres per 100 kilometres. That's it. Now 50. Alright, doing 50. Oh dear, I mounted the curb. I don't like roundabouts. I mean, in real life, I don't have a problem with them, but in this, I just think, I can't be bothered. I'm going to be leaving it so soon, why even de-accelerate? Anyway, de-accelerate I have, and I have 227 litres left, which hopefully should be enough to get me back to my destination in Russia. Wow. Those aren't good fuel consumption statistics. Never mind. Not much can be done about that. Oh, good. Right, I'll pause that. Okay, and so we're back. I had dinner with Mum, and I said, oh, don't go upstairs where it's cold. Stay here, and it's warm. You know, got a fire going. We had sticky barbecue ribs, and so I put the bones on the fire, and they're burning quite nicely. Calcium is flammable, as is calcium carbonate. What are bones? I think they're calcium carbonate. Anyway, she's like, no, I want to go upstairs and talk to someone. I was like, I'm not interested in watching you playing with lorries. I was like, well, fair enough, but not like my audience then. She says, oh no, I don't want my voice to be on the recording either. I was like, well, okay. Let's just get into this ferry. Can't even remember. I was talking about Jesus, wasn't I? Something like that. But that was hours ago in real life. And no hero. When I started recording this, it was 1 in the afternoon, and now it's 5 o'clock. And I've only been recording for 1¼ hours. Anyway, I think I'll do this as the last one. So I'll just get into Russia, get this in. I said I was going to use a Volvo, but actually, you know what? I'm quite happy with the Scania. Whoops. Maybe not go over those bits so fast. So, where am I going? I'm going to Russia, so don't want to go for Finland. Yeah, Estonia, that would be better. Right, engage the engine. It's a dry day, so I can just disengage the parking brake and trundle on out. Alright. Let's go out of this not too fast, as that's quite a tight corner. Oh, and then there's that noise again. Is there a tram coming? And the barrier is actually down this time, so... Alright, let's wait there for this train then. Here it comes. Look at that, there's a van parked right on the right next to the railway. That's a nice mechanical sound, that is. That sounds like a bit of iron which is being struck. I actually do remember a time when not my great-grandmother, she used to have one of those telephones which had the radial dial in order to dial numbers, and it wasn't tone, it was pulses, and it had a mechanical bell, so when you rung it would, a physical bell would be struck in order to make the noise. I'm not old enough to remember decimalisation. I'd have to be significantly older for that. But I do find it interesting. I'm not sure why, but in the old LS&D, the lira or livre, shillings, denarii system that we had in England, there was 288 pence to a pound. So I always used to think a shilling was 5 pence. The old 5 pence pieces were very close in shape and size to the shillings, which they replaced in terms of value, because there used to be 288 pence to the pound, and I think it was 20 shillings to a pound and 14 pence to a shilling. Is that right? 20 shillings. If it was 20 times 12, that would be 288. 144 if it was 12 times 12. I'm not sure if these numbers are correct, but I think it's a fascinating system, and for various reasons people were saying like, oh no, I don't want to detach the trailer. Alright, engine on, first gear, and it's flashing green, which now it's going to amber. Actually, that's a good system the Estonians have, just to let you know, like, hey look, it's green but it's flashing green, so it's going to be changing back to red soon. Well, I mean, we have that on our pedestrian crossings where it's green, then it's flashing green, then it goes to red. Let's choose the right gear and all. Now that I'm sufficiently filled with ribs, veggies and mashed potato and beer, I don't feel like driving anymore. No sir. So let's just get the load in nice and safe, and we'll conclude it there. Yes sir, we will conclude it there indeed. 90 kilometers an hour, right. Let's get her up to 90 then. Got to burn through the fuel to get up to speed. Come on. There we go. Engage the cruise control. So let's go back to the high score. And we've gone up to 41.3 litres per 100 kilometres. Jesus, that feels too fast. But no, it's okay. It's alright. Just gotta bear with it. I mean, if this is the speed the locals drive at, then you've got to stick to it. No, I like... There's an episode of Only Fools and Horses where, we're going down at Margate, and they take the ferry to France, and you see a sign saying 110, and it's like, 110 miles an hour? God, they drive fast over here, don't they? Go on. Oh, will the trotter's van do it? And they're just going up this French autoroute, and there's all this black smoke coming out of the engine, and it's really just like straining. Oh. Right, so get off the roundabout and do 70. No, not 70, because I've got another roundabout to deal with. Which I'm assuming those roundabouts exist so that make future expansion easy. Now it's 90 here. You're being slow, so I'm going to overtake. Yeah. Somewhere, but that's a road I don't get to go down, so that's nothing to do with me then. Yeah, hey SCS software, how about this feature that when I change gear, the cruise control doesn't automatically turn off? Or if you say, oh yeah, but then when you go into neutral and your cruise control's on, your engine's just going to go all the way to the top. Well, how about, like, when you're neutral it's 0, but then when you're out of neutral, it's, goes to the speed you previously set it to. It shouldn't cancel. That's what I'm saying. Don't hit the traffic lights. Speed. Inch it forward. Oh yeah, I want to just lay back and not drive anymore. Big dinner. Yeah, let's get back in the seat. And can I bring the microphone forward with me? Because I don't want to make it sound like I'm talking to you from the other side of the room. Burning that fuel. Yeah, 136 litres left. Contented sigh. Nice and hot and yeah. So yeah, I don't have much to say. I hope you have a pleasant Christmas Eve, and I hope you get to spend Christmas with loved ones and family. The two may not be mutually exclusive, and hope you're all having a pleasant Christmas day, because well, I'm just grateful that I get to spend it with some of my family. I was going to go and spend it with my father, and but then my mum would be left on her own, and I thought, nah, that's cruel. So I'm going to be spending it with Mumsy. Come on, put your foot down. There we go. like that these single carriageway roads, you can do more than 50 miles an hour. 90 is, well, it's probably what, 55? Let's do 84. I think that's a sensible speed. Just over 50. So 111 litres left, and that's got to last me to Russia. Oh, it's 70 over this bridge, is it? Alright, duly noted. Oh, that fire's burning bright. And it's still 70, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And yep, look at that, 70 on the dot. So we just, oh yeah, got to do an 11th. As long as it's above 1000 RPM, it's alright. Anything below that, I think the engine struggles. Or at least it feels like it struggles to me. It feels better, it's more responsive in 11th, that's for sure. It accelerates faster, and I think really you want to get up to cruising speed as fast as possible. Then yeah, you don't want to be spending a long time accelerating, because that's where you burn most of your fuel. You want to get up to cruising speed as fast as you can, and then just cruising on safely. Right, and it says it's 90, but if I keep at 70, because I reckon soon it will go down to 70, and that way I won't have to de-accelerate, and I won't get any speeding fines. So let's just keep it at 70. Still says 90, which I find quite annoying, but keep on. Oh, it's 90 here. This is like a single lane, single carriageway, but national speed limit. Then I'm increasing the speed to 80, and then I can go into 12th gear. And there's a speeding offence. Well, there we go. Just my luck. Just my bloody luck. Let's see if I can make this hill in 12th gear. It's doing it. It's struggling, but it is doing it. Now we're doing on fuel. 90 litres left. 228 kilometres. You're running out of petrol. You should visit... Oh, sorry, fuel. We've got 71 kilometres to go, so we will make it. Oops, I didn't mean to press that. I meant to do that. There we go. Yeah, you shouldn't have come out so soon, mate. I wasn't going to stop for you. But I will stop for this roundabout. Peter Burley. Oh, I must be Estonian then. Being that it's written in letters I can actually understand. And here we come to the border control. That's a red light, so let's actually respect a red light for a change. No, I regret respecting that red light. Now. Fiddlesticks! There we go. I was going to say something rude then. Ah, you thought I was going to say fuck. No. Oh, and there's a lorry thinking he can get past me. Fat chance, mate. Right, so we're getting here. Oh yeah, I can feel that alcohol starting to take effect now. So I do not want to be driving. Hello, officer. Merry Christmas. How are you doing, dear? Oh, I'll just be turning my engine off now. Here's my papers. Everything's in order, innit? Let us go through, mate. Merry Christmas. You're all you got some vodka all set up, you know? Gonna have that with your potato, your Christmas potato. You Irish Russians are all the same. your vodka and your potato. Or a potato. Why can't I say potato in a normal fashion? I don't know. I really don't know. Oops. Well, I've engaged the extra steering wheels. So that's going to be good. And now I'm going to disengage the extra steering wheels. Oh, my retarder brake is engaged. Why is that? Because I've set my speed limit to 36. I set it to 50. And there it goes. Goodbye, speed limiter. Cruise control, that's it. Let's go in this one. Inch forward. And stop. Same thing, you know, how's your Christmas potato? You're gonna have some vodka with that and maybe a cigarette too. Yeah, you're gonna get your Christmas present, painting of Stalin. Yeah. Toodle pip, Merry Christmas ski. See? I know how to speak Russian. I'm a true man of the world. Now it says it's 40 here, so let's obey that. But in 8th gear. Hey, what do you think you're doing that? No. Stop it. It's your toy. Alright, we got ourselves a turning. I can manage this. I've done this one 100 times, yeah. Come on, it's it. Move your asses, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna wait for this lorry because the lorry's got right of way. No, I've got right of way. Not you. You have sad Christmas. Am I going to make it with 65 litres to go? Oh, range anxiety. Well, I'm turning off here. So this is my stop. Got to get off if they don't stop. Excuse me. Oh. Well, as I'm here, I might as well get some. That'll do. Let's try and sit up again. Don't feel comfortable sat down. It helps if the parking brake's turned off. And brush my hairy knuckles against the microphone. Always a good idea. Right, where are we going? Going this way. Right. I don't see anything that way. Nope, nothing there. Right, so let's get to Bok. And I realised I was driving on the left-hand side. And now I no longer am. And there's 70, so length gear, and bring it down. What's going on over here? Ah, flat. Just going past these people. Hopefully no more traffic comes when I get there. Very good. Believe it or not, there are mods for this game to include more traffic on the roads. But why on earth would you want to do that? I mean, I like playing this game because it's nice and relaxing, just driving on mostly unpopulated roads. It's nice. Why would I want to make this pleasant and relaxing game experience be a stressful real-life world thing? No, I wouldn't want to do that. Would you want to do that? Why would you want to do that? Answers on the postcard, please. Made addressable to the BBC, Shepherd's Bush, P.O. Box 1111. Jim will fix it. Jim fixed it for me. So, let us go into Sosnovyy Bor and attempt to reverse the trailer in. And if I feel like I really can't do it, I'm just going to chicken out and say skip the thing. So this is Sosnovyy Bor. Oh, this is a nuclear research facility. Well, I guess it's Christmas time for the atomicists as well. Sosnovyy Bor. So this is like Chernobyl, right? Yep. So let's get in there. And stop it there. Right. Brake. Enter. And where do you need it? You want it there. You know what? I'm just going to do the... Let's just do the I'm a pussy and I'm too drunk to do it. So, parking brake off. Oh, I really just want to lay back and not drive anymore. Oh yeah, have a nice nap. Still, am I going to have to reverse? Yep, going to have to reverse. Right, stop it there. Detached trailer. Okay. Alrighty. Cool. So I only got 2 more deliveries to do, and I will have achieved my personal goal. She future. Achieved my personal goal. Now, I want to do a table view of drivers. Let's have a look. Who are my most profitable ones per day? Me. Despite all the fines and stuff, I'm still most profitable per kilometre. But who's most profitable per day? Saskia Z. You got a balance policy, yeah. So who's next? Lewis J, balanced. Isabella, you're doing long distance, but I want you to go fragile cargo because you've already got 3 bars in that, so you do that. Who's next? Balanced, that's fine. Just in time to... Well, you've done that, so can you do high value cargo? Balanced, yeah. Long distance, you've done it, so go with high values, please. Balanced, yep. Balanced, yep. Balanced, yep. Balanced, balanced. ADR, well, you've done your ADRs. So now you've got 1 in fragile, so do fragile. Balanced, balanced, balanced. Eco driving, you've maxed that out, so go balanced on you. You get to pick. Fragile cargo, you've done that, so go just in time delivery. High value, you've done it, so balanced. 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 Long distance. No, you do balanced. Balanced. High value, you've done it. Balanced. 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 And there's like hundreds and hundreds of these guys. There really is. So if I look at rating, that's it. If I do rating, how can I then get to... Yep, so he's my highest rated driver. Not my most profitable one. And if we have a look, we see I was the first one. Then some Polish bloke. Well, you've done high value cargo, so you can be balanced. Yeah. So these are all like my first 5 drivers. That was my second lot. So what am I down to now? Let's have a look at him. Show the log, for example. So he's gone from Kalmar with nothing to Liverpool. Then he's gone and delivered a pressure tank from Liverpool to Copenhagen, Copenhagen to Liverpool. Yeah. Just seems to be doing... Go from base with a delivery, come back to base. It'd be nice if they could just free roam like me. But... And then you've got this guy, 335th. He's the most recent one. And show log, what have you been delivering? Seedlings, flour, train axles, carrots, carbon back powder. Yeah, so just delivering a whole bunch of stuff, and he seems to be doing alright. Some of them, they got trailers. Some of them, they don't. Don't really matter, does it? I mean, for example, yours, what have you got? Wood shavings, potted flour, motorcycles, potted flowers, pork. Well, pork could actually use the refrigerated thing, but potted flowers, wood shavings, don't think it needs a refrigerated trailer, mate. Never mind. But anyway, I think that's done, so I don't know about you, but thanks very much for watching. You may now go away. Willy bum bum. Willy bum bum. Willy bum 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 bum.